Okay, so it is Thursday after school and I'm finally able to just kind of sit down and talk to you guys about our day. So instead of walking around my classroom and talking about it, I'm just gonna sit down and talk about it. I know some of you mentioned that you get like motion sickness if I'm walking around and talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to just remember to set the camera down and talk. So today I brought out my bowling pins, so let me show you real quick. Got these at Target maybe like last year, but I never got to use them last year. So I didn't use them last year because I was very limited on space and I just couldn't figure out a way to really use them effectively without having to move a ton of things around and then putting things back. So this year I am super happy that I'm able to bring them back. I blew each of these up in the morning. They're pretty big, as you can see. They're like about like the size from my torso to my head, and they're super fun. I had these in kindergarten. I had a different set. They were like more primary colors. The set I have now are just more like pastel colors. So we use them for phonics today. Part of the lesson, let me see if I can pull it up. Part of the lesson called for reading phrases, and I feel like reading phrases can be a little bit of a very repetitive, kind of boring thing. While it's beneficial, I feel like just doing it the way that the curriculum says it just is not as engaging. So here's what I did. This is what I have. Just as if your stick gets called, which means your equity stick, you'll read a phrase and then get a chance to bowl. So I would call a stick, they would come up, read this phrase, we would read it as a class, and then that one person would get a chance to bowl. So I didn't have phrases for every single student, as you can see on the side, but I did let my students know that that was okay, not everybody was going to get a chance, and that maybe next time they can get a chance. But my students are pretty good about understanding. My students have gotten pretty good about understanding that they're not always going to get a turn to do stuff like that, but if they participate, their likelihood of getting a turn increases. So that was super fun. My students had a blast and it was really engaging, and they were able to read the phrases that the curriculum asked them to. We checked on our little bean sprouts that we have on our window. So I don't know if you can see right there by the window, there are some that are just taped there. So we did those on Monday, I want to say. So we did those on Monday as a start to our living and non-living thing unit. I've been making some anchor charts for that, which I will show you right now. And actually, I'll just show you how I'm displaying my anchor charts, and I'll also show you what anchor charts I have right now. There's no one in my classroom for after school today, so I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna go ahead and organize because my classroom is an absolute mess. I just have piles and piles of stuff in different corners, and I need to get rid of them and get more organized. So I'm gonna do that today, hopefully. I don't want to, right now it's 2:45 and I don't want to leave until like 5:30 maybe, and then I can go to the gym and then go home. Yeah. So last year I used Splash Math for a little bit for math centers, and that was the tablet rotation, and I really liked it because it aligns really nicely with each math standard. So you can assign a standard to a kid or to the whole class, and they can get some practice with that standard. I thought Splash Math was free and it wasn't, but we were able to get a license purchase this year through our school, so I set that up finally, and I had my students kind of playing around with it today. We have computers today, so it's a perfect time. However, it is different than it is on the tablets. I think it's more user-friendly on my tablet browser than it was on the computer because they have to log in with their like username and password. With a computer, I just log in with mine, and then they just click go to student view, and then just click on their name, and that's it. So next time, I don't know what I will do next Thursday when we have computers again, because I do want them to, you know, get that math practice in, but it's kind of just hard to log in. Right, for the past 3 weeks, they've just been doing Starfall just to get familiar with the computers, because it's really kind of the first time they've been really doing computers more independently. But our Starfall subscription is going to end pretty soon, and we didn't get it renewed, so we have to get good at Splash Math. Alright, let's go show you my anchor charts. So we've been learning about nouns with our CKLA curriculum, so I made this anchor chart. We've also been learning about living and non-living things, which which went on to parts of a flower. Before this one, we had living and non-living, just like comparing them. So then kids brainstormed like what is a living thing, what is not a living thing. Here was a fail of a lesson that I was doing, so I won't show you that. Something we never got to, just like a stamina anchor chart. We'll get to that eventually once we really have more of our book boxes ready to go. And guided reading first aid jitters right here. Just FYI, I do have yesterday was, today is, tomorrow will be up on my TBT store. They are different colors though. I think they're like green. I think they're blue, green, yellow. I also have these posters up on my TBT store, and I also have these 10 frames with a title. I just haven't printed the title yet. Some of you asked for my rules to be on TBT, and I do have them now. They are a freebie. They are not editable, but they are free. So it is Friday after school, and today was really busy. Fridays for us are early release, so we get out of school an hour earlier than we usually would. I'm gonna be doing like a reteach and enrich kind of structure for math, hopefully, if I am able to get all my math centers ready for next week. That way I can have a group for reteach, a group for enrich that's based on that unit that we just finished up today. We are struggling a little bit to put our name on our test, so I did remind my students to put their name on the test, but I still had like 5 or 6 that didn't, so we had to figure out whose test was who. That was fun and time consuming. We used our bowling pins again today, and it was a lot of fun. The kids are definitely engaged when doing this. Next week I want to start doing some kind of guided reading. I've been watching Jen Jones videos on Facebook. She has amazing videos about guided reading, and I feel like they're very informative. I learn a lot, so I want to start implementing what I'm learning into it, and that leads me to say that once I start trying it out, I will be doing another Grow With Me video about guided reading. I did start one at the end of last year, and then I just didn't do them because I didn't have any more time to implement new things because the school year ended. Yesterday I reorganized my entire room, so I feel like it's a better layout. I mean, it's the same layout, but just like storage wise it's better. It's a huge mess right now, so I'm gonna clean that up, and then after that I think I'm gonna end the vlog because I only have 9% left on this camera. I'll leave you off with this montage, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.